what are the measurements of your, like the ratios of water?
Normally it's about a full bucket of water to a bag of plaster.
Yeah.
We always put a little bit less, so we can always add to it, but you can't take it away, obviously.
Cool.
Obviously, your surface, make sure you scrim up your joints first before you start. Start from cracking.
Yep.
And then once we're knocked up, we show you how to put it on. Key with the plaster is the consistency of how thick you have it. You'll see here, it's not too runny, but then again, not too thick. So it's nice to spread.
Yep.
You've got your hook in your trowel. That's how it's sliding off. And take your first scoop. All plasters work differently. I'll work left to right, bottom, then the top last. Some start top, some start middle, but it's personal choice. Try and get nice long strokes when you put out the wall. Flatten it as you go up and down, the best you can while it's wet. And I'll go right across the wall like that, and then at the end fill the top in.
How much plaster are you getting on?
The first coat goes about 2 mil thick, roughly, if you've got a nice flat surface. And then the second coat, you're still going about 1 mil over the top. So a slightly wetter coat.
And then you just keep repeating the process?
Yeah, just keep repeating until you get to the end of the wall.
Cool.
And then it's all about timings, when to touch it, when not to touch it, when you trail it up.
So on average, how long would you say you leave it before you start?
We put the first coat on, leave it around say 15-20 minutes, give it a little flattening.
Yeah.
Another 10 minutes, put your second coat on, and then repeat process really, as it feels ready to go. Obviously if you're too wet, you take too much off, and if you let it go too hard, it's really hard to trail up. You always work away from your last bit you put on. That's why I go left to right, I'm right-handed.
Yeah. So when you start a new line, do you overlap?
Yeah, you slightly overlap,
yeah,
and then pull away from it as you come up the wall. And then I always go back over this to flatten it in as best you can while you're putting it on.
And what sort of grip do you have on your...
It's quite loose to start with now. Obviously the harder the plaster goes, the tighter your grip will be and the more pressure you put on.
Yeah.
But to start with now, you want it light with a steady grip,
yeah,
so it goes on nice and smooth. You've got to be careful as well. Once you've done your first hit, which we've done this morning, you don't dig it. So always work away from it, but it's still soft. But if you whack it with your trowel and put it hard now, it'll make it a market.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to repair now because it's obviously troweled up and finished that wall.
Yeah.
So when you put your trowel on the wall, you want a slight angle so it doesn't drag the material off.
Yeah.
And just fill in any hollows that don't get with the first pass.
Lovely. Obviously, John's making this look very easy.
Years of practice, though.
Yeah. Don't think many people will be able to do it as well as you, obviously, first time.
No, it does take a while. I'd say to be a good plasterer, it's at least a year to get to a good standard.
A year.
We had to do a lot from the plastering, like the bonding out, the skimming,
yeah,
the prep work. And then that's the first coat on.
Will it dry faster on straight on the plasterboard?
Different backgrounds, yeah. Obviously different plasterboards will take longer.
Yeah.
When these are soundboards, they're a bit more dense, so it doesn't suck in so quick as a normal plasterboard.
Okay.
Obviously if you go over bonded areas, it'll be quicker than a painted area.
Yeah.
And so on.
Oh, perfect, John. Look at that.
Right, the plaster's been on now for about 20 minutes. As you touch it, it's still wet to touch, but it's sort of thickened up a bit. We clean our edges.
Using a small trowel.
Yeah, it's called a margin trowel, this one. And then we give it a trowel over to get all the lines out, all these lines. Now you start putting a bit more pressure on.
Yeah.
So obviously to flatten the lines out. Just try and keep the pressure even as you go up the wall. So it stays nice and flat.
And then after this, you're ready for your second
Yes,
coat.
after this is flat, we'll put it in about 10 minutes and then put a second coat over the top. Just put the second coat on. Now just flatten it in ready. Just get it ready for a wet trial.
So just repeating the same processes.
Same as the first coat. Once it's flat with it, just set it for 20 minutes again.
Yeah.
Then we give it a trial with some water.
Yeah.
Start giving it a hard trial, get it really flat and shiny.
That's where you get the nice, shiny, flat finish.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's been left for about 20 minutes now.
Oh.
So now we're adding a bit of water to it, getting the fat off, filling all the hollows. Just make it all nice and flat ready for painting. Or this thing that looks like good cement.
Okay. So just get a wet brush.
Wet brush up it, yeah, which brings the fat out. Then you work your fat back into the plaster to fill the hollows in.
Right.
Don't want too much water, but it's a nice brush down it. Obviously now it's dry now, you put a little bit more pressure on it as well.
Are there any sort of common mistakes that people make when plastering?
Sort of this stage now, you've got to watch your angle of your trowel. If you go too much of an angle, the trowel skip and then you get sort of divots in it.
Yeah.
And just your pressure, even nice even pressure. You take off the excess fat as it builds up, and then you get like good lumps and bumps on the wall.
Right.
When you get too much on your trowel, just take it off. Otherwise you end up in a right mess.
A nice clean trowel.
Yeah, keep the brush clean once it gets messy, and then the corners, always brush your corners in.
Yeah.
Get them nice. Keeps this area clean that you've already done.
Yeah. And moving away from your corner.
We always come out from the corner, yeah. You find if you come away from it, you've got the whole edge of the trowel, but if you go this way, you dig it quite easily.
Yeah.
It's the same again, leave that to set now for about another 20 minutes, ready for its final wet trial. The last wet trial now. Obviously it's got a lot drier the plaster now, so a lot more pressure. So we get with the water, obviously a lot less comes off now than last time.
Yeah.
So when you put your first coat on, you're going to leave that for about 20 minutes or there, then give that a flatten. And after that, about a 10-minute wait before you put on your second coat. Then likewise, 20 minutes, then flattening again. And then just all sort of done by touch after that really. So when it feels ready, and not too sticky or too wet, then you start getting the water on it, which then brings the fat off and gets it all flat and polished, ready for your painting. It's as easy as that.